Well, it was another fantastic night here at the Berlin Raceway. That's right, it was the Cars, Crafts, and Coneys night presented by Eichenhout. And before we get into the action, as always, we're going to have the Sweet Express Trucking Moment of the Night. And this week, we gave them to Linda, a first-time spectator. We gave her the bouquet of flowers, courtesy of Designing Dreams Tuxedo in Standale. Check it out what happened.
This is our first time here at Berlin. Now, I'm going to give these to you thanks to Sweet Express Trucking, Designing Dreams. Oh, she's giving me a hug. I'll give you a hug. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for the flowers. I never get them from my husband.
Let's get into the action, shall we? In the Engine Pro Super Stocks to start off the night in the feature races, Denny Anderson started on the pole and had a good night until about halfway through when a bunch of cars got into a big accident, bringing out the caution. With about just 3 laps to go on a restart, it was Dave Lake edging out a hard-charging Brian Tillema and driving his 55 car to victory. As always, Dave Lake climbed the Turn 4 fence, and he caught up with Andy O'Reilly as well to talk about the run.
I think we've got a pretty good car this year, and it really suits my driving style, and it likes the outside. I don't know why I was trying to stay so low there, but knowing that Brian was really good on the bottom, I think I tried to make my car there, and I didn't need that caution. There's no doubt about it, because it did tighten the car up sitting there for all that time. But I think now that I'm getting a little older, maybe starting to relax a little bit.
In the sportsman class, it was Randy Veldman who started on the pole and held off a hard-charging Brian Tomey, but it wasn't enough, as Tomey, who started 5th, willed his way to the front. He eventually took his car to the Great Clips victory lane, and his 26 Teamwork Apparel Bernard Tomey Orchards car won the race.
Oh, that was fun. I didn't know I was going to be able to get a few of them on the outside at the beginning, and I wasn't a fan of them late restarts. You never know what to expect, but it worked out. Glad to be back.
In the Budweiser Outlaw Late Models, it was Monty Tolan who started on the pole, and Brian Bergaker and Brandon Hermiller got together in turns 3 and 4, bringing out a big caution involving a lot of drivers on lap 4. On the restart, it was all Ross Musin and Dave Zagajski battling it out until 6 laps to go. On the restart, Dave Zagajski did a bold move to the outside, overtaking Musin and eventually getting the win in his Keurig Steel Trend Performance Benson Speed Equipment number 6. Zagajski caught up with Andy O'Reilly in the Great Clips victory lane to discuss his first ever feature win here at Berlin.
I've been doing this trying a long time, so a lot of patience built up, I guess.
Talk about running with Ross Musin the way you were. You were in his tire tracks all the way through this thing. Was it really that tough?
Well, I kind of burned it up, trying to keep up with him there, and I should have been a little more patient and saved it. Thankfully, that last caution, we were able to get by him.
Talk about how many years you've been coming to Berlin, trying to get this moment. How long has it been, and how does it feel finally?
I'm not sure. I don't remember.
You can't even think of it.
To wrap up the night in the Kalamazoo Vapor 4-cylinders, it was Mason Behrman who started on the pole, but towards the end it was Ryan Ham who started all the way from 13th and making his way up to the lead. Corey Holtzlander actually came out of nowhere and overtook Ham and eventually got the win. Holtzlander took his number 1 car to the Great Clips victory lane, and he said, "I heard Ham go on the restart, so I just put it to the floor to try to get away." And get away he certainly did. Make sure you check out Berlin Raceway Saturday, May 28th next week for the Sweet Express Memorial Day race. Berlin will have the model coverall modifieds, the Kalamazoo Vapor 4-cylinders, the Sportsman, and the Budweiser Outlaw Late Models. It's military night. All military personnel, veterans, and seniors 65 plus receive free admission. $1 domestic drafts, $1 hot dogs all night, and fireworks after the race presented by Van Andel Propane. Tickets are just $12. Kids 7 and under are free. If you want any more information, you can always check out BerlinRaceway.com. My name's Jacob Danielson, and we'll see you next week.